Welcome, the Hood Announcement. This edition to the Hot Seat, we try to bring you a perspective of the 215 Delaware Valley and what really goes on with the heartbeat of Philadelphia and the sports that sets the tempo. Give me 3 for a quarter. See if you like it. Smell me? Welcome, the Hood Announcement.
How's
This
everybody
edition
out
of the Hot
there
Seat.
doing? And welcome to another version of Hood Announcement, a segment of the Hot Seat. You know what I mean? I said that wrong. Welcome to the Hot Seat, another segment of Hood Announcement. We got some things going on with y'all today, and you know what I mean. And I'm trying to, you know what I mean, get these things coming to you and John before I have to get out here and go to work. As you see, we have the call-in Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, but we won't be doing that until next week. And John, I'm gonna wait till I get a stronger computer in so I can go live with y'all so we can start doing these shows. And as I'm doing these shows, y'all be able to call in and stuff like that. Soon I'm be able to have the call in. I'm gonna be calling people to have people in as guests and everything like that from your homes and stuff. And I'm gonna start bringing people in here. You'll notice in the next couple of weeks, this joint is gonna start going on another level because I'm gonna have I'm gonna start bringing guests in, and I'm gonna start sending emails to guests so I can have them on my panel and stuff like that. I'm trying to take this thing to another level. I mean, right now we're just being cute, knocking out the bugs right now and doing some things. But what you've seen here is just the beginning of it. Of Hood Announcement, the Hot Seat. My goals and dreams really. This right here is just 4% of what I'm really trying to do. But enough of that. Let's get here to what y'all want to hear about. I got me a good segment for y'all today. I think I really do. I really do. With everything that's been going on, you know what I mean? I think I really got something good for you. I'm trying to set it up now. So, you know what I mean? Give me a second. All right. Today is some crazy things have been going on in the world of sports. You know what I mean? And it would be easy for me just to jump right in, you know what I mean? Because, you know, this John Gruden thing and, you know, that Randy Moss thing has really been tipping the sports world. But it's been really easy for me to jump in there and talk about Gruden and, what he said and this. But you know that this thing's bigger than it's big. This thing is big. See, a lot of cats are just hear the racism march and stuff like that, but I see something bigger happening here and stuff like that. You know what I mean? If you hear anything in the back, that's the realness of my recordings, baby. Street light. You hear that? Real talk. But there's a lot of things going on in the sports world, and I'm going to set it off like this. Booyah! We're going to set it off just like this. Booyah. Over here we have together, it was in reports that the Washington football team, also known as the Redskins, you know, just in case people who have not been following football, the Redskins do not call themselves Redskins anymore because it's a pejoratory word. It's you know what I mean? They call themselves the Washington football team. With all that being said, they have a director of football. His name is Bruce Allen, who Dan Snyder, who's in the middle. Bruce Allen is the dude on the far left, and Bruce Allen is the dude on the far right. The gentleman you see in the middle is Dan Snyder. Now, come to find out, this Washington football team was under investigation for so many years, I guess, from how they was treating the co-workers and a lot of the slander and stuff that goes on in work and stuff that, you know, I mean, we probably wouldn't have known about and stuff. Well, whatever was happening with this situation, it got out of hand. They was going to take control of Dan Snyder's team. Now, with all that being said, then, you know, man being money like that dude did with the Clippers when he got caught with that racist statement, then let his wife take over. Remember, he let his peoples take over. You know what I mean? That's still keeping money in the family. That's what they doing. They just not, the face ain't there. Same thing going over there too with them. I think I said the Clippers, but that might have been Sacramento. Excuse me if I'm wrong there. But anyway, he left operations to his wife to take over. You know what I mean? The daily operations and stuff. All right. Now, with all that being said, the Fed, they went in here looking through a whole bunch of emails of I guess people were saying that, you know, however they were being mistreated at work. I guess it would, you know, cats was had to go look at emails or whatever the situation be. So I guess so in their investigation, because they just shut up their investigation, and they come to find a familiar name in this investigation. Now, one of the names they come to find out in this investigation was a dude who we all know. Ta-da! Chucky, a.k.a. John Gruden. John Gruden, a.k.a. Chucky. Now, this gets funny now. Because when they looked at these emails now, they seen a lot of rant going on from John Gruden, I think from a 7-year span, they said. You know what I mean? And in this one particular email that John Gruden sent, it was to a particular man named D. Maurice Smith. Now, Maurice Smith is the executive director of the Player Personnel Association. And I guess some of the things he was doing, I guess in that span of time, probably ticked Mr. Gruden off. You know what I mean? So, what Mr. Gruden did through some of these emails, one of the emails, he threw a slander mark at this man, Mr. D. Maurice Smith, the executive director. He said, oh, he's told him he's a dummy. And he said he has lips big as Michelin tires. When I first heard that, now I ain't gonna lie to you people, when I first heard that, I just got done watching Dave Chappelle for the third time. I have to be brutally honest with y'all. I just got done watching Dave Chappelle for a third time. So I'm being brutally honest with y'all. I thought that mess was funny. You know, I said, you know what I mean? Because I'm saying, okay, you know, this is what Dave Chappelle is talking about. You know what I mean? Being able to laugh at each other and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I said, let me stop. Let me go see what this man look like. I said, because you know what? That ain't right. That's what I said. Let me go see what this man look like. So when I seen him, I looked at his lips. I said, what? Brother dude got some big ass lips. But I started laughing again. And you know what I mean? But I guess I didn't really understand how far these details went with these letters that was going on. But hold on, before I go on to it, Mr. Smith was he was waiting on the voters to see what his tenure was up to, because they was trying to see if they're going to bring him on for another 5 or 10 more years, however long he holds his executive director of the Players Association, however long he holds that. He was waiting for his votes to come in. He was waiting for votes to come in. He didn't know where his direction was going. He didn't know if he was going to still be there. You know what I mean? He really didn't. He didn't know. So, let me make sure I get this right. So, Mr. Chucky, with things he had said, because he didn't just talk about him. He talked about his boss, Roger Goodell. I talk about my damn boss too. I call him names too. I'm sure some of y'all call your boss too. You know what I mean? They said he used some misogynist and homophobic slurs to him. I said some worse shit to my boss too, and some shit and he said some worse stuff to me. I mean, but he's also let me see he's complained about the softness of the game has been going, like a lot of other people has been complaining about things. He's complained about the female referees, the emergence of the female referees. And like I said, this is a podcast, and I have to keep it honest with you. When I first seen the female referee, first thing I said, what type of mess the NFL got going on? He said, now stay with me. I said, he knows these dudes is acting stupid. First thing I was like, I didn't want no don't get no sexual harassment charges. And you know, my first thing I was thinking, I said, shit, and in the middle of the game, motherfuckers, people are called bitches, motherfuckers. And the reason why I'm saying that, you make a bad call, sometimes in the heat of the moment, it is what it is. And he might not be calling her a bitch or a motherfucker, but he in the heat of the moment, you know what I mean? You call the referees and people that you in the heat of the moment. And that's where I'm just getting in. And I'm wondering, I could be wrong, thinking, I don't, you know how we do think, God, man, she might have a bad day and from her man and don't take it out on everybody. That's where I was at with it. And, I could be right. I could be wrong. Maybe, if not, hit some comments, enlighten me, and that's where I was at. I'm not saying my same feelings stand, but I am looking back at it, trying to see how this is all going to play out. You know what I mean? And he also made some disparaging comments about the president, Obama. Shit. I know a lot of people done that. And I know some people who are melanated like me who are still making this comments about Obama. You know what I mean? He's even complained about them protesting. We heard a lot of white folks complaining about the protesting. You know what I mean? And now what got me is where he said Ed Reed should be fired. Because Ed Reed, if anybody followed, Ed Reed suffered for a while trying to find a job in the NFL. You know what I mean? So I'm wondering if that's stuck. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, Mr. Gruden. So he's been fined. He's been, let me see, they have taken his image off the Madden. They're getting ready to do that, take his image off the Madden and everything. And, he's getting ready to pay a fine penalty for, you know what I mean? But like I was saying, I'm listening to some of the things like I said, it was an email, that was supposed to be in private, and a lot of cats are really like, yeah, this, that, and let me tell you something. He was wrong for talking about the man's lips. You know what I'm saying? But like I was saying, I mean, shit. The man, Mr. D. Maurice, you know what I mean? He didn't have no complaints about it. He didn't have no complaints about it at all. But I'm going to tell you, but when he found out, he framed himself as a victim, and he secured enough votes to hold his position as the executive director of the Players Association. It is what it is. Now, like, the only reason why I'm not trying to water down what John Gruden did, I'm just trying to say everything that he's did, we do every day in life. Shit, we make fun of our balls, you know what I mean? Now, I ain't gonna lie, one thing that really is hard for me to digest is what he said about Ed Reed. He should be fired because he's protesting. You feel what I'm saying? Not glad you cats like, oh, everybody said something about the man's black lips. Shit, I diss my own fellow black man all the time, sometimes joking at work. And I have to catch myself sometimes. Shit, I diss the white folks too. I diss Poppy too. You know what I mean? I'm an equal opportunist. I'm going to diss them all. You know what I'm saying? Basically. But I'm going to take you on to something else that reminds me of this. Stay with me on this one, y'all. Okay, maybe I'm gonna get a little too deep for y'all, but stay with me. Maybe this is not one of my better ones, but stay with me on this one. Okay. Bow. Y'all remember this? KD and Michael Rappaport. This was about what KD sent him in his Instagram and his Twitter account. Another private, isolated another isolated situation, like how his was. He was talking to Bruce Allen, putting his stuff through an email. He need to check Bruce Allen. Bruce Allen knew them emails was in there. He could have got that out. You know, I mean, that's another thing too. But back to KD. KD threatened this man. KD asked this dude where his address was. I think he might have said something even about his wife. And Michael Rappaport, you know what I mean? He like he said, I get threatened every day. But the last person I thought I was going to get threatened by was a KD. Now, the only reason what gets me by this report and why I said these were private emails, a lot of cats said, no, he's a citizen. There's nothing private about that. He felt his life was threatened. No. See, Michael Rappaport calls himself some type of analyst of basketball. He does the Big Three. He does the NBA. He's getting real quick, quiet, and cozy with these players. So, you know what I mean? Any information they give him, any story they give him and stuff like that, it's supposed to be some type of confidentiality. But see, evidently he doesn't know how the reporter job how it goes and stuff. So he got scared and he threw it out there. But when they found out what KD did, they reprimanded him, they gave him a fine, and it was over. It was over. We ain't hear no more of it. That's all I'm saying. Now, John Gruden. I'm just going to keep this 100 with you. John Gruden didn't threaten nobody. He didn't threaten no man's wife. Didn't ask about nobody's address. Okay? John Gruden just expressed how he felt. And he was talking to a so-called friend on his email. And this friend didn't erase the emails. He decided to keep it, like a Monica Lewinsky dress. No, I am not condoning what John Gruden did. I'm just trying to let y'all look at the pendulum on both sides now. That's all I'm doing here. Just try to let y'all know a story that happened before something like this. See, John Gruden hurt too many feelings. KD didn't. KD, don't get it twisted. I think John's making a lot of money just like KD because John Gruden was playing his 5th game into his 4th season into a 10-year contract. Okay? That's just from me to you. You know what I mean? I love me myself, like I told you, when I heard the big lip thing, I laughed, you know what I mean? And then I really had to check deeper into the story. Like I said, I looked at the Wall Street Journal and looked at the charges that they catered on from the little 7-year. It was a little asinine stuff. You feel what I'm saying? As far as asinine. See, because what happened to this, let me tell you how it happened to them. I want to make sure I break this down, how this happened. Okay? Because I wrote that down. I wrote this down. I had to take notes because I don't just want to throw any of. Corporate media quickly framed Gruden's lip comment as racist. You feel me? Corporate media quickly framed Gruden's lip comment as racist. Not DeMaurice Smith. He was cool with it. They came back and told him. And he seen how cats was making so much of a fuss and an uproar. He framed himself as a victim. You know what I mean? And like I said, he found enough votes to keep his job. Do I feel mad about it? Nah. He helped him. You know what I mean? It is what it is. And that's how it was. What God has for me is for me. And that's how I leave that. But y'all take this amongst yourselves and regurgitate it. Tell me how y'all feel about it. I got a darn fly flying around. I'm gonna kill him after I leave it. Tell me how you feel about it. Leave some comments. You know, I left a lot more on the table. I wish I could have brought more to you. Oh, I do have something else. Oh my goodness. How could I leave y'all without this? Oh my goodness gracious. I was about to leave y'all without it. Hold on, give me a second. Let me find where it's at. And with all this junk going on, I was getting ready to leave you. I forgot about the coup de grace. With all this junk going on, these two, one crying on stage in front of a bunch of white folks. Nah, man. We ain't doing that on stage, man. You already know how racism is before you even you know what I mean, sign with the NFL. You know what I mean? I would hate to think he's made a delusional world for himself because he's in a comfortable state where his money and his fame has took him to think that it's not happening, because the way he's acting up there, it's like, you know what I mean, like he's shocked. I'm talking about Randy Moss. If y'all ain't got a chance to look at this dude is crying like a and threatened my man Whitlock because he mocked him. Because, that was crazy. Then he gonna tell him he gonna see this 55-year-old man. It's on site. Don't get it twisted. I'm in my 52s and I'll still give it to you. But he 55, stomach so big, he probably ain't seen his feet in the last 3-4 years, and you want to rumble him. Nigga, I wish you would. That's some real suckish mess. You know what I'm saying? And you up there crying like an onion and John. If y'all ain't got a chance to sit, please watch it. You know what I mean? A lot of people say, oh, no. It is good for a man to show his emotions and his feelings. But right there, y'all saying that's cool? That's a man that John, you know what I mean, doesn't have his feelings in check. I'm gonna leave it go. I'm gonna leave this go. I'm gonna check out. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to take my show into somewhere else. You know. So, thank you for another segment of Hood Announcement, The Hot Seat. Thank you.